My name is Sonya Meheux. I'm 39 years old. I'm from Durham, North Carolina in the United States, and I volunteered at the community hospital in Boda and Kathmandu. So I picked Nepal. Actually, I had originally picked Vietnam, and because I've always wanted to go to Vietnam, but they did not have a medical program available, so they asked about India, and I've been to India, and then they said Africa, and I've been to Africa, and they said Nepal, and I said, why not? So that's why I picked Nepal, and I'm glad that I did, and have enjoyed my stay here. I picked this program because I've always been interested in medicine, and I felt that I would be able to have more hands-on in a different country. So, and that's what happened here. Let's see, the most surprising things about the program were how helpful the staff was, and how they were willing to answer my questions, because I asked a lot of questions, and they were also willing to have me observe, because I felt like I was in the way sometimes, but they were like, no, 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 and everyone was very welcoming. The host family was very hospitable, and the accommodations were nice, and it helped a lot that they served breakfast and dinner, and my favorite thing was dinner. I always look forward to eating dinner time. Some of the surprising things about the country, I've traveled to a lot of different locations, Africa, India, Japan, Europe, and I was impressed with the amount of items that were available here, because my family's from Freetown, which is the capital of Sierra Leone, and it's not as easy to just go to a corner store and pick up all of the things that you need. So if you forget your toiletries or you run out of things, there's a lot of places that are available that you can buy clothes and shoes and lotion and shampoo and all of those things. So that was very surprising and helpful. The most difficult thing about the program was there is a growing period and a learning period. So because I was only here for 2 weeks, I didn't get to do as much as someone who would be here for a month. But I am a very confident person, and I just kind of jump in. So, and I also move around the hospital a lot, and I ask to do things, and because of that, I think that helped shorten my learning period. If you're a confident person, if you're a person that is a very upfront person, I think they will give you a lot of things to do, especially if you're only here for a short period of time. The transportation is not for tall people. My knees suffered a lot. So just be warned, if you're over 5'7", that you will suffer a little bit. Tips for clothing. Be sure to wear loose and comfortable clothing. Try to be conservative. This goes from shoes to shirts to everything. And then also wear a lot of layers. Don't bring too bulky sweaters, because you'll have to take it off during the day and you need to wear something up underneath it. For sightseeing, go to Pokhara. It was beautiful. Also, just standing on the roof at the host family's accommodations, there are lots of beautiful sights, lots of different things. You can watch the sunset, you can see them go behind the hills. It's very nice. For donations, bring items from where you plan to work, like gloves. For me, it was gloves, masks, lab coats, things like that. Anything disposable, maybe syringes. The list is endless, and everything is welcome. I don't think they'll throw anything away. And laundry and internet, hand washing is easy, and I only brought about, even though I was here for 2 weeks, I only brought about 6 or 7 shirts and 2 or 3 pants, and I just washed everything, so it was very easy. That way you don't overpack. And the internet, I would say whoever has Wi-Fi is king. Whoever doesn't have Wi-Fi is poor, because they're going to struggle, because they're going to really, really struggle if you're relying on Wi-Fi, obviously. If you don't rely on Wi-Fi, you're fine. But At the house, I would say it worked about 80%, 80 to 90% of the time. So I didn't worry too much. I was always able to talk to my family. So that was helpful. And let's see, other things you need to know about the town. The streets are rough. I didn't mind walking. In fact, I walked back from the hospital the first day. It took about an hour. But be mindful of that fact if you do want to walk. But the areas are very easy to navigate if you have a good sense of navigation. The weather was quite warm, and then it wasn't. It got cold. Layers are important. Try to come during the dry season, and it makes drying your clothes on the lines easier and less stressful, because if it's raining all the time, you're never going to have dry clothes unless you hang them in your house. So I didn't hang them in your room. See, the people may stare. They stare at me a lot, but for the most part, everyone is welcoming and very, very nice. They say hi all the time. So, and namaste. The tours, I would say try to create your own tour. Know where you want to go and Google about it, the information. That's what I would do. It's cheaper. And there are many people that give tours. Just make sure you compare the prices. And then my personal paragraph, my personal statement is the program started with a bang. I got to see a C-section on the first day, which was amazing. And I walked around the hospital and I would just pop into any room. I met the only dentist there and I watched her pull a tooth. I did filling, she did bridges. The ER was very unpredictable. If someone came in, I would always ask the doctor or nurse why they were there after they started treating them, and they would be willing to tell me the answer gladly. I've witnessed dressings and sutures. I helped with, I also performed ECGs. The general ward was also welcome, and I helped take all the vitals of the patients, and then I would help prepare the medicine for the nurses, and they would put them into their IVs. In just 2 weeks, I saw and I helped a lot, and I feel I could do more, but again, I feel if I was here longer, then I would have been able to show them my skills and they would have trusted their teaching with me, but the time was just too short, unfortunately. The accommodations are very safe. It was away from the noisier part of the city, so that was, and it still has a lot of conveniences even though it's further away. There isn't a lot to do, but the family is all very nice and the rooms are comfortable, and there's a lot of space, so a ton of space. So my favorite meals are chow mein, fried rice. They're very good. I always look forward to dinner. Like I said before, it was all delicious. And if you're vegetarian, you won't have a problem here. It's very good. Security, again, was, as I stated before, it was very safe and there are no concerns. And even walking around, it was, I felt comfortable, and I'm a female traveling by myself. Let's see. Oh, and there's a black bean curry soup that is amazing. So tell Sarita to make that all the time. It's very good. The host family is very sweet, and I always felt welcome and never in the way. And my favorite memory from this trip was, for the program, was watching the C-section on my first day. The favorite memory with the family is dinner with everybody, because we were able to talk about our day, and it was nice. And then my favorite thing about the country, there were two: food, and Pokhara. Those are probably my favorite things. Pokhara was beautiful, and you can see the Himalayas. And if you fly there, it's only a 25-minute flight, and you can see the Himalayas from the plane. So I highly recommend that. But you can take the bus. It's just longer. And let's see. I would be willing to speak to anyone who is interested in hearing more about the program. If they have any questions. Thank you.
A Broader View Volunteers is a volunteer overseas organization, 501c3 nonprofit USA-based organization. You can tax deduct the program fees, available year-round. You choose your own program start and end dates. 27 country locations to choose from, programs available from 1 week up to 3 months in length, 245 perfectly balanced projects, experience, price, service, 100% cultural immersion including local homestay and guest house accommodations. Program fees include airport transportation, orientation, housing, meals, 24/7 in-country support, suitable options for solo travelers, gap year, honeymooners, families, mature travelers, and groups. Excellent safety record and platinum-rated nonprofit organization per GuideStar. 5 reasons to volunteer abroad. Do you know what volunteering abroad involves? Why you should consider volunteering? Which countries you can volunteer in? How you'll make a lasting difference among communities in developing countries. What is volunteering abroad? A volunteer vacation involves traveling abroad to carry out unpaid work, often in a developing country, with the aim of having a positive impact on the people, community, and environment. Nonprofit volunteering organization A Broader View, which has been established for over a decade, was founded on the belief that one person can make a very real difference. That's why we offer travelers the opportunity to participate in meaningful, rewarding service work, all while exploring a new country. Volunteering overseas not only matches skilled and passionate individuals to the communities where they are most needed, but also helps to promote trust and communication between nations. Choose from a diverse range of programs. Enjoy a completely immersive cultural experience. Make a lasting difference in the places that need it most. Volunteering abroad is a fantastic way to travel and explore the world. Learn a new language. Why volunteer with A Broader View? Now that you understand the reasons behind volunteering abroad, it's time to choose a reputable, trustworthy organization that will send you on the trip of a lifetime. A Broader View has been organizing humanitarian programs since 2007. In that time, we have sent thousands of volunteers to over 245 project sites in 25 different countries. From solo, couples, small groups, university groups, medical missions, and gap year trips. Join us and get a broader view of the world. Facebook.com/abroad.volunteer, YouTube.com/abroadervieworg, Pinterest.com/volunteersabv/, volunteers@abroaderview.org, USA 866-423-3258, UK 020-3289-9896, Australia 02-8003-3474.